This is Close Combat Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 29 of the Allied campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. It's now 0600 on June 29th. We are starting off with a movement phase, and in the north, nothing's happening. Down here, we have some new Axis forces, so we are not doing anything there. I'm going to move to the south here to try and shore up weaker battle groups further along. And then down in here, we've got new enemies, and we are going to try and push ahead while we also take and hold Hill 113. As we move east, they are coming out of the south. I'm actually just going to stay put and see if they'll come to me on my terms. These two battle groups, we just need them to reinforce, so we're going to find some weaker battle groups and fill in. And then all the way up here, we still have these guys just sitting in Marseille. They haven't moved the entire campaign, and their massively overpowered battle group is wasted. Alright, enemy called in artillery there. Movements are fine. Oh, okay. Yes, they did come up here, and we're going to fight on my terms. But in the southwest, they moved out of there, and we just took their supply zone without contest. So this first fight is going to be in Bas de Mouen with 2nd Glasgow Highlanders taking on Kampf Group Frey. Elaine's boyfriend company is back, and we are missing one unit in 2nd Platoon, but I'm okay with that. We're not going to swap them out. We're just going to keep the crew we've got. We still have 7 tanks, so I feel like that's enough to get us through this. And the enemy has a 1st Platoon of Panzer Grenadier, 2nd Platoon mostly full of Panzer Grenadier, 3 Panzer IVs, and an MG42. Pretty potent battle group, but I think on defense, we're going to be fine taking these guys on. We've got really good positions here. So I have most of our infantry hold up behind Bocage and in the buildings. And then I've got 2 tanks in the north, 2 tanks in the middle, 2 tanks in the south, and I've got Lloyd Braun in a tank tucked back by the large building behind the Bocage to provide extra support for any infantry that does try to cross there, and we get in, say, like an infantry v infantry fight. Oh, they're right there. Oh, and March. Okay, never mind. That tank's already dead. We got a bunch of infantry. We don't see other tanks yet. Let's go ahead and get that prep for mortars. I think you guys won't lose the element of surprise now. Just go ahead and defend, shoot the infantry. And I think maybe even up here, we'll just let them defend. I just didn't want them to be like a bullet magnet for tanks that start shooting at them instantly. Let's move Lloyd Braun up so he can see. Owen March and Quellis, you guys do the same. Infantry on the run. Alright, Keith Hernandez can open up on these guys. Drop those Panzer Grenadiers. What about Joel Rifkin? He can hit them. And then Dr. Reston and Tony are ready for the mortars. Let's go ahead and drop them here. Tank spotted. Can we? JFK Jr., yes, but Tim Watley, no. We're going to roll forward. We're taking fire from another Panzer. We found that second one. 2 on there. Keep going, Tim Watley. I don't know if we need to back up with Owen March. We're taking rounds. Never mind. Panzer IV destroyed. Okay, let's get JFK Jr. moved up. We have mortars available and artillery. I think let's just drop the artillery. Oh, the timing of that. Alright. It's okay. They have a bunch of infantry there, so I don't think it'll be wasted, but that kind of sucks. I could have saved it. Alright, infantry here in the north. And do we mortar these guys? Let's see. More infantry still crawling out in the open. And then let's actually hold those mortars now that the artillery's coming. Like, we'll just see if it takes them out. If not, we'll try and clean up. But we don't have a ton of mortars, so we'll hold on to them for a minute. I think the field is going to be our biggest problem seeing these guys. Owen, move up just a bit. Lloyd Braun can cross the bocage. And let's get Billy engaging on this Panzer Grenadier. Alright, we are going to try and drop mortars there. Alright, Viltatola still can't see, so it is the field that they're laying in. Stupid corn.
Redeployed.
Move up. Alright, now it's just keeping pressure on them and wiping everybody out. This was kind of a wild start.
In position.
Oh, nice hit.
Unter schwerem Beschuss. Redeployed. In position.
Alright, so there's 2 teams there at least. Fred, you're a Piet, no. Let's crawl back here because we're getting hit. Russell Dalrypple's almost wiped out. I'm going to bring the Maestro around and put him in Russell's spot. And then mortars on these guys.
Target eliminated.
I think we wiped those guys out in the north. Let's creep up JFK and Tim Watley a little ways. We still don't know if there's anybody hiding there, so we can't just roll up. But we're going to start coming out of the south as well. And then maybe we can drop whoever's down here and we'll push them back into the woods. So close some distance. And if we get the opportunity, maybe we can get some infantry up there. I don't know. Let's go there and here. Try and start prepping that for an infantry crossing in the fields.
In position.
All right, JFK move up. Tim Watley move up.
Redeployed.
Lloyd Braun's almost there. Maybe, yeah, he's 56 meters away. We might hold him back just a little bit. Quellis, though, I think can maybe go here. And then let's take the Close Talker and Todd Gack all the way to the east. We are going to sit on the mortars and the air support. I'd like to use them in the next series of battles. So, since this is well in hand, famous last words, but since this is under control, we're going to save that off-screen support and see if we can drop these guys with just our armor. Alright, we have 3 squads here. I'm kind of wondering if we do,
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
like, put a smoke screen up right here. And then I guess we also need Dr. Reston, and we'll even use our tanks. They should have smoke shells.
In position.
We're just going to build a huge wall of smoke and run across there and hope to avoid contact as much as possible. Alright. If that doesn't smoke it, nothing will. The Maestro, move up here. Joel Rifkin do the same, and then let's go ahead and bring Jake Jarmel down. And we're going to cross with those 3 squads. Alright, Close Talker's east, so let's move up there. Let's do the same with Todd Gack. And then they're going to be pretty well surrounded, so I kind of feel like we can just wreck them from here on. We'll see how this crossing goes, but I'm optimistic. The rest of the fight's been going smooth. And with the smoke developed, I'm going to have Jake Jarmel sprint. We'll have one team kind of out in front. They might draw some fire, but the goal here is just to set up shop and get ready to put fire on them. Let's go ahead and creep up with Quellis, make sure that this area is clear, because we did see 2 squads here when we called in the mortars. So far, so good. Contact north. All right, they're in the middle, so let's let Jake engage them. Let's bring Tim to bear. I think he's going to have to come over here and get better line of sight.
Enemies offered a ceasefire.
Owen, creep up. And then, I don't know why, but we're taking weird paths, so I guess we'll take Todd Gack out and around just to be safe. He didn't just go straight north. He's like, no, I'm going to use the road as much as possible, even if it triples the travel time.
In position.
All right, let's go up here, get the back covered. Owen March can kind of see. And then we'll bring up Lloyd Braun and just start putting all the fire we can on any targets we find. I think we go ahead and make the sprint. I don't think we're going to get shot at while we cross. Quellis is still scouting. All right, peek in here. See if we can get a shot somewhere near them. Automatic fire from, the south, from the south. Todd Gack, shoot there. Close talker. Ooh, we got several squads. Move south, get away from, actually engage. Nope, they're throwing grenades. Get out of there. So much fire. Now, if I wasn't trying to preserve my off-screen support, calling in mortars and airstrikes on these guys would have been very satisfying. There we go. Eyes on. Tim Watley. Oh, nope, we got 1 kill, so now we lost sight of him again. Let's move Tim Watley across the bocage. And then, I don't know, we can crawl in here and try and get eyes on these guys in the south. We'll do the same up there. Jake Jarmel, start putting pressure. Alright, Todd Gack. Yeah. I mean, this is lots of death and destruction. Close talker. What about this guy? No. Let's get a little bit more perpendicular right here. And then JFK Jr. We do want to avoid the flag. I think with them surrounded, we can probably clean them up pretty good. So let's see if we can wipe these guys out. Like right in there somewhere. He can actually kind of see through there. More machine gun. Let's engage down here. I don't know, right there. Close talker can't help. Alright, the Maestro can kind of see. We might have to come further south with Lloyd Braun. And I think JFK maybe will have an angle there. Let's get Quellis in the fight somehow. Crawl. Crawl. Our biggest limiting factor is the ability to spot them at this point. So let's smoke right there, I guess.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
And I don't want you guys to run away. Keep closing the distance. Rounds there. Maybe further north. Maybe it's like up here. We'll go there. Lloyd Braun. Right in there, in the middle. Oh, we're taking more grenades with Quellis. We got contact here. That guy's dead. He got vaporized. Quellis engage over there. This is so wild. Keep closing in. Keep closing in. Oh, we got the last guy. We have a total Allied victory, 100% morale, and we destroyed the Axis force. So we didn't have to take the flags, and we still got a solid win. Totally different turnaround from the previous battle. So happy with that. Now, as we move forward, I got to have more of these kind of fights right here. That's going to make the difference. So we lost 2 KIA, 2 wounded, and then we killed 27, we wounded 44, we took a prisoner, and destroyed 3 Panzer IVs. That's probably as good as it gets. Alright, David Putty has no kills. Tony has 1 kill. Fred has no kills. Keith Hernandez has no kills. Jake Jarmel has no kills. Joel Rifkin has 1 kill. Billy has no kills. Jerry Seinfeld has no kills. Dr. Reston has no kills. Joe Davola has no kills. Russell Dalrymple has 2 kills. Phil Totola has no kills. The Maestro has no kills. Quellis has a tank kill and 20 infantry kills. Todd Gack has 6 infantry kills. The Close Talker has 3 infantry kills. Lloyd Braun has 9 kills. Tim Watley has 7 kills. JFK Jr. has a tank kill and 12 infantry kills. And lastly, Owen March has 1 tank kill and 5 infantry kills. Tanks were on point. Alright, first platoon leader, nothing. Nothing. And really, we shouldn't see a lot. There's 1 kill. It looks like everybody's pretty well wiped out. I don't think anybody fled. We have a surrenderee. 2 kills there. Nothing here. Nothing here. 1 kill there. Nothing there. Nothing there. MG42 has no kills. Panzer IV crew did escape. These guys also escaped. So pretty much all the tank crews made it. We've started this day off with good performance and a win. So let's look to follow that up with some more success. Be sure to help the channel by leaving a like, comment, and clicking the subscribe button. Everyone has been so great, and I'm seeing some solid growth. I appreciate it a lot, so thank you. And also, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.